funny story that comes to me about just music, and
there's no telling what.
Steve Forbert, somebody that I've worked with a lot over the years, and I just admire his music and him as a person, and just everything that he is just something that I actually, that fit in used to be like a totally different song when I wrote it. Are you even listening?
I'm listening.
You're
I can do.
reading,
I'm a multitasker.
Okay, you are.
I'm listening.
Dadgummit.
Totally listening. Keep talking.
Steve's not going to be happy about this.
Well, Steve,
you know how he gets.
You know I love you, so he knows. It's
he does?
good. Yeah, I wish you would play that Rosemary song, though. You know, that's my favorite one, and you don't ever play that one.
Is that a spider on your back?
I don't. It's a dragonfly.
No, Steve actually was recording at my house up in Nashville, and this was probably in 1986. And at the time, behind my house, there was a sinkhole in Nashville area. There's a lot of rock, and those rocks can sink, and, you know, it happens anywhere. But I remember that I just, for some reason, I was only like 20, maybe 30. Maybe I could have been in my 40s, really, actually. But whatever time it was, I think I put some of my musical tapes or whatever format that we were on at the time. I just said, hell with it. I just like had one of those kind of times where I was like, I just want to purge. I just took everything and threw it in that sinkhole. Environmentally not good. But then something about it, it just felt right. Mm-hmm. You know, in that not so good thing you're doing, it felt right doing it. So I just threw him in there. My point is, Steve came back to me, and I actually told him, he asked me, he said, hey, Anthony, you got that song that we did, 4 years ago when you lived on Harkreader Road? And, I was like, Steve, that's been 4 years ago. And first of all, I think I took everything that was in my studio, because there was tapes, you didn't just record to a computer. You had a tape or something, put them in the sinkhole. He honestly wanted me to go and look in the sinkhole to see if those tapes were there. I swear, that's how much he loves music. What a special person he is.
Well, that was crazy to do that, though, to put that all that
Wasn't
music.
it, though? You wouldn't believe the bonfire I had when I actually just put like a bunch of stuff in there. I've been kind of careless.
Well, that's why I watch you closely.
I've been real careless. I burned all... Man, I think I had like some Neil Young tour jacket. I just threw it in there. I mean, I'd probably get $50 for that right now.
$50? No, you get a lot more than that.
Maybe 100.
More.
Here's my mentality. Back when we actually came back from Australia, we had these tour jackets, and they were like those brown, like duster-looking leather things, and always had the tassels on it and all that. And they were everybody got a coat, and it was a nice jacket, and everybody was getting this branded thing on the back. It was the tour thing. It was like it's branded like a dead branding iron in there. And it said like Neil Young, Australia, set 80, whatever it was, 85, whenever it was. I liked the jacket so much, I didn't want them to...
But is there a story, seriously,
Or maybe I did, but I gave it away.
Whatever, but is there a story about those jackets? Didn't y'all put it on a kangaroo?
That's a story that I heard back in those days about somebody in Australia was touring, and the bus hit a kangaroo, and so the guys, of course, from America, rock and roll band, they put their tour jacket. Everybody wore tour jackets back then. It was the 80s, it was kind of an odd time, and they put this tour jacket on this kangaroo, and they were trying to take a picture of it, and the guy's jacket that the kangaroo was wearing, the kangaroo woke up and took out in the outback and jumped off. I think the guy, they probably embellished the story and said it had my passport in it and all that stuff. A legend was born that night.
Right. See, and what I heard was like, it was on the Neil Young Australian tour, and y'all hit the kangaroo, and y'all were the ones that did that.
Isn't that amazing how people turn things around?
See, that's what they do. That's what I heard.
You're so vulnerable and gullible.
I know. Well, we better.
What song are we doing? Come on, everybody's hung up.
Let's just play the